Billions of dollars are spent each year on security. For less than $50, one can search online and have the Holy Bible sent directly to their doorstep. Contained therein are scriptures that promise protection and security. And in this video, we will look at the top 5 verses that show you that God is your ultimate refuge. Number 1, Genesis chapter 28, verse 15. And behold, I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. These divinely powerful words were spoken to the patriarch of the Israelite nation, Jacob. After deceiving his father Isaac to obtain the blessing intended for his brother, Jacob, fearing Esau's wrath, leaves the family household and sets out on a journey to find a wife among his relatives. While on this journey, Jacob has a profound encounter with God in a dream where he sees a ladder extending from earth to heaven and angels ascending and descending upon it. At the top of the ladder stands the Lord, who identifies himself as the God of Abraham and Isaac and reiterates the promises made to their ancestors. That sets the backdrop. Now comes these powerful words the Lord speaks to Jacob. I am with thee, and will keep thee in all places whither thou goest, and will bring thee again into this land, for I will not leave thee until I have done that which I have spoken to thee of. Jacob is comforted by this promise that God will always be there to provide protection, guidance, and support for him on his journey and beyond. You should also be comforted by these words of truth. It is self-explanatory, and God has more than proven himself to be faithful. It is now time for us to take him at his word and enter into his eternal fortress, safe and secure. Number 2, Psalm chapter 34, verse 7. The angel of the Lord encampeth round about them that fear him, and delivereth them. Imagine personal protection from God himself. This is what the text says. The angel of the Lord is Jesus himself. Jesus was the angel that spoke comforting words to Hagar. Jesus was the angel that stopped Abraham from sacrificing his son Isaac. Jesus was the angel that spoke to Moses at the burning bush. This same Jesus seeks to walk with and protect you and save you from the enemy. When the psalmist penned these words, they must have been moved by the benevolence of the God they served. Day after day, week after week, months, then years pass, and though hardships may arise, God's omnipotence supersedes these trials. The key point that should not be missed in this text is that the protection is for those that have a deep reverence for who God is. If we look back in the past, we can see his protective hand over us, walking us through situations that have claimed the lives of many others. Number 3, Isaiah chapter 54, verse 17. No weapon that is formed against thee shall prosper, and every tongue that shall rise against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their righteousness is of me, saith the Lord. Weapons are constructed to inhibit destruction. Isaiah, inspired by God, says that any attempt at harming a child of God will be unsuccessful. God says, "Do not fear them that kill the body, because those people cannot kill the soul. It is imperative for the listener to understand what God is saying through these words. I will vindicate you. I will pronounce you innocent and deliver you from the twisted schemes of evil men. Christians have the immensely valuable privilege of saying, "The Lord is on my side." Security doesn't get stronger than God declaring that He has you covered. Number 4, Psalm chapter 55, verse 22. Cast thy burden upon the Lord, and He shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. If we're being honest with ourselves, this life on earth can just be extremely burdensome. With all the modern technologies, with all the streamlined processes, with all the available free education, still, this world just feels like a heavy weight on our shoulders. One important fact to keep in mind is that whatever God creates, God sustains. His promise in this text is that He will sustain you if you believe in casting your burdens upon Him. King David said that all his life he has never seen the righteous forsaken, nor their offspring begging for bread. The Lord has always maintained a special interest in the righteous, and because of that, He has never let them down. Number 5, Hebrews chapter 13, verses 5 and 6. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as ye have. For He hath said, I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee, so that we may boldly say, The Lord is my helper, and I will not fear what man shall do unto me. The world around us is steadily chasing money. Contentment seems to be an illogical concept within today's society. Why would you settle for less when you can achieve more? This verse to the Hebrews answers that question. God says, Be satisfied with what you have, because I will never leave you or abandon you. Outside of divine revelation, people are taught to build bigger barns in order to provide more security for yourself. The Lord advises against this and, in fact, condemns this ideology as it places all the emphasis on self and not God. The Lord is your helper, that is, if you want Him to be. What God allows us to go through is for our growth. Therefore, we should not fear what people may do to us, how they might treat us, or what they may say about us, because the courtroom of heaven will fully vindicate us, so long as we walk with the Lord by our side. And for more encouraging passages from the Word of God that are essential for the times we live in, please subscribe to the channel. Pray for others and pray for yourself, and as always, don't be a fool. Use your tool.